My husband and I were really close, pretty close, to pulling the trigger on divorce or separation a few months back. It got dicey. It got to that point. Now, we had been doing fine up in San Francisco before we moved here to Phoenix a few months ago. And the fine is we were freaking asleep. We were. And we treated each other like roommates, and we were disconnected, or business partners, like paying this bill and doing that bill or whatever, right? All that stuff you got to do every day. And we weren't lit up. We were not lit up. There was also a lot of like environmental things that were going on in San Francisco that were causing us stress. Or we were allowing it to cause us stress because we're warriors and we are not a victim to anything. So, but it was causing stress. We were allowing it to cause stress. So when we moved here, everything that we have been ignoring got pushed up in our face. And that's what I've been learning about the desert here is that, man, you can't fucking hide here. Excuse my language. You cannot hide. The desert's like, oh, you have this shadow and you haven't worked this out. Boom, you're going to get hit with it. And if you're paying attention, it's this beautiful, potent, amazing way, opportunity to work through your stuff. I love living here so much. It's so shamanic. It's so shamanic. So our stuff got put up right here. It's like, what are you going to do about this? Now, there was also an event over the holidays where my abandonment wound just, oh my gosh. I mean, I lost both of my parents before I was 5 years old, or by the time I was 5, I should say. And I have an abandonment wound. Now it's way more healed than it used to be, but it still comes up, especially if I've actually been abandoned, right? Like, and there was this thing where it happened where my husband did abandon me. Was it conscious? Kind of. I mean, did he think about, oh my God, this is going to affect her in this way, blah, blah. No, but it happened. And it was the biggest gift that ever happened to us because it literally took us up against the edge. Now, because we got thrown up against the edge, we were at a make it or break it situation in time, right? So this is what I would like to share with you. We both work with people. Peter started working with a shaman here in Arizona and a life coach. I have my team. I also work with the same shaman here. And I have a practitioner that I work with that I've been working with for years and a coach. I mean, I have a team. So we're doing our individual work, okay? Now, we also introduced something radical into our relationship. Now, I'm not going to tell you what that is because it's a little bit too like private and I'm not ready to share that with you, but I am ready to share with you the results. So we decided to do this radical thing. I was like, we got to do something radical with our relationship. We got to mix this up. And it is the time of the spiritual warrior. It is the time to create something in your life. It is the time to move the needle forward in every way. And sometimes that takes radical action. And what I'm seeing, I'm going to come back to my story with my husband in a minute, but what I'm seeing so much, too much, is I'm going to someday do that action tomorrow. I know I got to heal this. I know I got to take action, but I'm going to wait till tomorrow. Please don't wait till tomorrow. Please begin moving your life forward now, whatever it is, because if anything, this 2020 time, with all the stuff that's going on in the world, we do not get, tomorrow is not guaranteed. And it is not guaranteed. So do it now. Do not wait. So anyway, coming back to that. So we decided to take radical action on our relationship, and we tried an experiment. And again, I'm not going to share what the experiment was, but it was challenging and it pushed us both up against the edge. Now, halfway through, my husband was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I was like, it's not complete. I just kept following my guidance. We're going to do this radical thing we were doing for 2 months. And Mike just kept following guidance. I kept following the spirit, complete, complete, complete. And I remember saying to him, we complete this, we will come back home to each other. We complete this, even though it's so uncomfortable and so messy and so challenging. And we had some drag out fights during it. I kept saying, we will finish, we complete this experiment, this radical action that we were taking, and we will come back home to each other. Trust me, I see it. And that is exactly what happened. And we are more close now, having more sex, more connection, more laughs, more play. We just bought a house. We are more abundant. We are doing prayers together. We started going to church together. We never went to church. We're going to this amazing church right now. Oh, the Reverend is like next level. He's like leadership. It's like going to listen to like a top like leader. It's amazing. So we're lit up. We're lit up. And we are manifesting amazing things in our life. But here, and 4, 5, 6 months ago, we were about to get divorced. And it was all because we were willing to mix it up, we don't have a TV here. We don't have any, we have our media, our whatever, our phones, but we are committed to being present with each other. We are committed to being present with our family, and we are committed to do what it takes to create the shifts. And that's exactly what happened. Now, if you have a relationship with someone in your life, or that is not working, or a job, or most importantly, the relationship that you have with yourself, and you are waiting to do something, to shift it, please stop. Like, please stand for yourself, stand for your relationships, and stand so that because when you do that, the universe will meet you. The universe will meet you. When you invest in yourself, time-wise, money-wise, energy-wise, and the things around you that you love, your life changes. And sometimes we are living in radical times right now. And sometimes radical times take radical action. Now I understand too, this is me. Like, I am that person. Actually, I've not always been that person, but I'm an Aries. I want things done, and I'm willing to take action. Now, I haven't always done that. I've also been a drunk and an addict, and sucked at school really bad. I didn't take action on a lot of stuff, but it got so painful that I was like, this has got to change. So if this is landing with you, I want you to think about something in your life. I invite you to think about something in your life that's not working in the way that you want it to work. And what is a radical step that you could take to move the needle forward? Now, I shared with you, and I'm going to wrap it up here in a minute. I shared with you the radical action my husband and I took for 2 months. Trust me, it was messy AF. But the intention of what we were doing, what was happening, and then we also communicated all along the way. The communication was key. It changed our life in a freaking magical way. So the action that you may take may be messy, and it may be uncomfortable, and it could be stretchy. But if it wasn't all those things, probably you wouldn't be moving the needle forward. If it wasn't uncomfortable, if it wasn't stretchy, you might not be moving the needle forward, right? Like, we got to get radical right now. Radical times cause for radical action. And your radical action is going to look very different from mine. But action is action. Now, I talked about this in, I think it was the last video I did. The quantum, the quantum field, the field of law of attraction, that beautiful, lovely field of possibility, that field of God, that field of magic. You can sit around all day and play in the field in your imagination, which is super helpful. I mean, I would love to have a juicy day where I was just doing that, but if you don't back it up with action, it ain't gonna go anywhere. So think about something in your life. Okay? And what action do you get to take right now, today? And I almost, it's so funny, like I can feel people listening going, oh God, I don't want to do it today, but today. And that could be making a phone call, writing a letter, going outside and taking a 2-mile walk if you haven't moved your body in a couple weeks or a couple months. Maybe the radical action is like, I really want to lose weight. Like I want to be in shape. I want to feel like a superhero in my body. And the first action is I'm going to go walk around the blocks 4 times. Whatever it is, just take the action. And the universe will meet you in it and blow it up for you in a good way. All right. My name is Beth Osmer, and it is the time of the spiritual warrior. You are a warrior. You are powerful. And when I say the time of the spiritual warrior, it is the time, and this is why I created the Spiritual Warrior Mastery Programs, because I kept getting these messages, particularly from Archangel Metatron, to create a spiritual army, to support people in moving through this time of both elevated consciousness and consciousness that is going the other way. There's going to be a splitting of the worlds, but it is the time of the warrior. So let's get into action, warrior, because you're amazing and your life matters and your relationships are going to teach you so much. All right. My name is Beth Osmer, and I will see you on the next video.